What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back at it again with another MLB The Show 18 Diamond Dynasty video. Of course, today we have our bi-weekly roster predictions for the brand new roster update coming out on Friday. Just a quick little note, I know I didn't upload the last 2 days, I am sorry, but school has now started for me and my senior year of high school. Yes, a lot of people don't know my age, I'm still in high school, but I will be entering that, but videos I should still be pretty much getting daily. If I miss a day, hey, don't be too hard on your boy. But anyway, this roster update, it could, if SDS does their job, it could be a very, very big roster update with a bunch of new diamonds and golds. So getting right into it, our first of our offensive 5 upgrades, we are going to go to Seattle, where we're going to look at Mitch Haniger. In his last 30 games against lefties, hitting .345 with a .541 slug, 1 home run, 3 extra base hits. Righties, .322, .598 slug, 4 home runs, 16 total extra base hits. Now, offensively, I think there's a couple of things that they could honestly do with Mitch Haniger. I think his power both ways could move just a little bit, a couple of points, but his contact lefty I think will definitely move. And honestly, I think Mitch Haniger is honestly a really underrated defensive player. So lately they have been updating speed and defensive stats, so hopefully they do the same thing for Mitch, and I do think he will be gold in the next roster update come Friday. Staying in the same division, we are going for a bronze Tyler White, one of the hottest hitters in the month of August for baseball. In the last 30 games against lefties, hitting .360 with the .800 slug, 2 home runs, 5 total extra base hits. Righties, .308, .662 slug, 6 home runs, 11 extra base hits. Once again with Tyler White, I think his power both ways and contact both ways is going to move. I think he'll definitely be a silver. I'll say like a 75, maybe a 76, but do not hold out hope that he will be going gold, because with those defensive stats and speed, there is literally about no possible way unless he, you know, really starts hitting. But Jesus Aguilar never got gold, so I really don't think he will either. But now moving on to our first diamond player, and that's going to be Anthony Rizzo. In his last 14 games against lefties, hitting .375 with the .688 slug, and I think he hit a home run against a lefty today while I'm recording this video. 1 home run, 3 total extra base hits against righties, .438, .906 slug, 4 home runs, 7 total extra base hits. Anthony Rizzo, of course, you guys already know his resume. He was diamond at the start of the year, which is another reason why I think it will not be too hard for him to get back. I think you'll get right back to that 85 overall in this next roster update. Anthony Rizzo, really deserving. So hopefully Chris Bryant, of course, now that he is back from his injury, can still, you know, play like Chris Bryant as well. Hopefully he does that. Moving on to hopefully another new diamond, that is Christian Yelich. You know, last month we thought he was going to get the POTM hero. He did not. And I think he won't get it this month either, but I think he will be getting a live series diamond. Last 14 games against lefties, 300, 600 slug. That's really the key thing for lefties, is that slugging percentage. 655 power versus lefties is just too low, but righties, 386, 955 slug. Once again, power and contact are both going to move a lot, and he did hit for the cycle the other day. And SDS has been notorious for kind of looking at moments. I remember in 16, Mookie Betts had a 3 or 4 home run game. He got upgraded. Sean Manaea threw a no-hitter. He got upgraded. They're pretty keen on whenever a player has a spectacular performance, and he's been doing well. You know, other than that, he usually gets an upgrade. So Christian Yelich, once again, +2, maybe a +3, but he will be a live series diamond, in my opinion, nonetheless. And moving on to not 1, not 2, but 3, our third new diamond, another diamond that used to be 1, and I think he's done enough to already get that back. Justin Turner, of course, you know, he had a lot of injuries. At first, he wasn't really hitting, but in his last 30 against lefties, hitting .425 with the .800 slug, 2 home runs, 10 total extra base hits. Righties, .397, .638 slugging percentage, 3 home runs, 8 extra base hits, and he is the MLB league leading hitter in those last 30 games. So the power versus righties and the contact are really the 2 key stats that we're going to look at right here for Justin Turner. And I think that is going to be enough, because righty stats are weighted heavier than lefty stats. So I think that will be enough for him to get to that 85 overall for a diamond, of course. That will be our that'll be the end of our offensive upgrades. Now moving on to pitchers, we have a lot of starters. We're going to start out in Tampa Bay, one of the few guys still balling out is Blake Snell, of course. 1.1 ERA, 173 OBA, 0.8 whip, 43 strikeouts to 7 walks in his last 32 and 2/3 innings pitched. I think the hit K and walk 9 are all going to go up for Snellzilla. 80 overall is too damn low for how he's pitching. He is a Cy Young candidate in the American League this year, and he's really propelled the Rays, you know, to still being competitive in the American League wild card, of course. So I think he will be getting like an 82 overall for Blake Snell, like I said, if they move his hit, walk, and K9. Moving on to the Big Apple. We're going to be looking at Zack Wheeler, of course, 75 overall. In his last 30 games, once again, last 40 innings pitched, 1.13 ERA, 193 opponent batting average, 0.88 whip, 43 strikeouts to 8 walks. Once again, hit K and walk 9 upgrade. 8 walks in 40 innings is pretty good. I can see that moving like 5 points. But 193 OBA for 61 hit 9 is really low. I could see that definitely getting around the mid 70s. I don't think Zack Wheeler is going to get gold. Honestly, he might have a chance to get a POTM card, so that might kind of hinder, you know, whatever overall he gets. But I'll say Zack Wheeler's going to be a 78, maybe a 79, but I just do not quite see them giving him a 5 overall increase to gold this quickly. But he definitely is balling out. Moving on to the Cubs, of course, changed locations and he is prospering. Cole Hamels, 0.79 ERA, the lowest of all baseball in this time span. 217 OBA, 1 even whip, 29 strikeouts to 9 walks. Now, the thing about Cole Hamels, he's not really striking out that many guys, and it's not that he's really limiting a lot of walks. 9 walks in 34 innings pitched, but he does not allow runs. His hit 9 should be going up, as well as he has not given up a single home run, so I think they're going to move his hit 9 and his home run 9, and I think that will be enough for him to get back up to an 80 overall gold. Cole Hamels definitely deserves it once again. Could possibly be getting a POTM card, but the fact that he hasn't really struck out guys like that, I just really don't see it happening. But I do think he will be a gold card nonetheless. Moving on, German Marquez, he was on my last edition, somehow did not get upgraded. If they somehow sleep on him this time, I'm going to be shook. A 206 ERA, 185 whip, 0.86 or 185 OBA, 0.86 whip, 44 strikeouts to 7 walks in his last 35 innings pitched. 185 OBA, 55 hits per 9 is criminally low. That has a lot of room to move. Honestly, K and walk 9 are both gonna, especially K9, 44 strikeouts to 35 innings pitched. I'll say like a 76, maybe a 77 overall for German Marquez. Definitely been balling out for the Rockies. It's not easy being a good pitcher when you play at Coors, but our last pitching upgrade, we are going to go to LA, and we're going to look at Walker Buehler. 1.51 ERA, 161 opponent batting average, 0.95 whip, 44 strikeouts to 14 walks. Now, I think his walk 9 is probably safe where it's at. Maybe they move it. I kind of doubt it though. But I think his velocity and break could probably be touched a little bit, to be honest with you. Of course, it's always kind of, you know, it's kind of weird to say that because SDS is kind of weird on upgrading those things, especially like fielding and speed, like I mentioned earlier. But hit and K9, I think will be going up maybe a couple of points, around like 5. He's going to be like a 78 overall, I think. Definitely is going to possibly be gold, but he has to stop walking so many guys. If he does that, I think he definitely can be a gold caliber pitcher in this game. Now, moving on to our downgrade 5, we're going to start out in Minnesota, looking at a gold pitcher, their only gold pitcher, Jose Berrios. This hurts because you guys know I really like Jose, but a 5.65 ERA, 277 OBA, 1.64 whip, 29 strikeouts, 16 walks. That's really what's going to kill him. His walk 9 is at a 74, 16 walks and 28 and 2/3 innings pitched is a lot. I think that's going to get moved down quite a bit, as well as his hit per 9. I think he will be going down to a 79 overall silver. Moving on to the Astros, and this one really hurts. It really hurts me to do, but Carlos Correa, he did get hurt and he just is not performing, and they did it to Justin Turner. It's only fair if they do it to Carlos Correa. In his last 30 games against lefties, he's hitting 300, which is fair, but only a 350 slug. Still not a big deal. Righties is really where we're going to look at. The 143 with the 196 slugging percentage, that's really where he's going to get hit. It's possible he could go down to an 84, but I'm going to go on the safe side and say they're only going to move him down to an 85 overall. But Carlos Correa definitely, in my opinion, is deserving of a downgrade. Moving on to the Nationals, except he got traded to the Brew Crew, is Gio Gonzalez. And since I have to move him to Milwaukee anyway, they definitely need to downgrade him this time. He's been on my list for quite some time. 7.47 ERA, 336 OBA, 1.82 whip, 23 strikeouts to 13 walks. Not much else to say. Probably going to be a 75 overall. Moving on to the desert, and that's going to be AJ Pollock. He's really been struggling. 83 overall. Last 14 games, 0.5 hitting against lefties, no extra base hits or anything. Righties hitting 125 with the 167 slug, and he's only 1 for his last 25 at bats. I think he will be going down to like an 80 overall. Really struggling right now. Both sides, contact and power, I think are going to get nerfed for AJ Pollock. And then moving on back to LA, of course they traded for him, but he really has been struggling, and that is Brian Dozier. In his last 30 games against lefties, 200, 275 slug, righties, 167 batting average, 297 slug. Lefties is really where he's going to get hit, only 200 with the 275 slug. I think he is going to go down to a silver, probably a 78 overall for Brian Dozier. And that is going to do it for this week of roster predictions. Of course, as always, if you guys have your own thoughts, opinions, suggestions, comments, make sure to leave them down below in the comment section. Of course, if you guys think somebody's going up, someone's going down, let me know down below in the comments. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below. I hope you guys have a great one today, and there you guys comes out. Yay!
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory, I tell you.